All right, my love, stop me if you heard this one. It's Alanis Morissette or Morissette, whatever the fuck her name is, from the 90s, and nobody gives a shit territory. Mr. Play It Safe was afraid to fly. He packed his suitcase and kissed his kids goodbye. He waited his whole damn life to take that flight. And as the plane crashed down, he said, well, isn't that nice? Isn't it ironic? Don't you think? A little too ironic. But I really do think, right, it's actually more, we call it an absolute certainty, which is what he and I are. We call it a coined incidence. One of you shitbags, see, here's the thing. Like, we'll play water polo for a minute. In, like, actuality. The department nobody talks about. So we run safety checks on humans before, as like a dynamic duo of absolute certainty, one male, one female. That's how we're born. However, we're able to accomplish that in any fucking business. So we run safety checks. If it looks like anything is going to go wrong in our very real lifetime, we come with safety manuals in order to correct the problem before it occurs, because in absolute certainty of an irrational system and a rational system, rational being the logic that the humans work off of, irrational being the science, the air, the gravity, all of the physical whatever that your physical body works in, is the irrational system. So now he and I run safety checks and inspections before we're actually born into the system, being this version of human, which is how we know what we knew before we came in and why I am what I am. Because there's, it's almost, when I say Yahtzee Nazi, it's like a couple of different bones that were not permitted had already found out way too much based on the level of differentiation that you all were harnessing out on floating boats, while he and I were under all the boats in the KELP with our one color white SEAL team of we got our own oxygen tank. That's how we know what we know. Watching all of the other like people who are not allowed to have chairs, they're not allowed knives and forks, they're not allowed to know certain things exist outside of their little territory that they're in charge of, because they do a very good job when they don't move. We're very respectful. It's when they start putting those binoculars on and sailing into other people's territory that we got a fucking problem. Quantify that by many, many cycles. And then many faster ways for them to move people, ways to make money, ways to communicate, and get everybody in expensive numbers to participate. That is what he and I are, Polo. I'm born poor and low outside of the scope and understanding of your knowledge of how real shit works in what we are and what happened to y'all before you got here at the party, and then where I need to go, because I was born at his feet in tall mast, and I'm just like, please don't leave me with them, please don't leave me with them, don't lose me. Right, and then the rest of them in the cup of Yahtzee Nazi that were like shaking it and throwing it in differentiation of skin color, and they're like purposely pushing for a poltergeist. POLTERGUIEST, where I lose my connection. It's literally like a watt light bulb. You have it screwed in, and it's your only source of light, right? And then you have a candlestick in the other hand, and it's a flame. And you got two people, because your hands are tied with two things, walking up. One differentiation's blowing out the candle, and the other one's using their hand to unscrew the last bit of light you got. And you're like, what in the hell did you get here? We already ran safety checks. if you are unscrewing my light bulb and that far ahead, that means that you got into safety inspection equipment that doesn't even belong to your grade genetic what you woke up in and your people. And you definitely don't qualify. I mean, I can see night and day. Right, okay, got that. So now, why are my one file from my one appearance that we ran ahead of time to be able to let someone in team operations of our color, in our one family of, I don't got a name for them, it's me, him, and we use whatever we got to do in order to run safety inspection. So now we have a manual, it only pertains to the two of us to fix safety checks and equipment, and we don't want to let everybody out in the water or on dry land know about it, because we're at scary connection. And now I got water polo playing. We got some YATZEE Nazi lying to everybody between he and I. And getting into my manual, disconnecting I say it's plugged in, like I'm plugged in. Great, I'm plugged in right now. I can read the matrix around me in the irrational system from my rational self. I can then communicate to diagnostics where I am in time and space and what happened to me. That's how it works on safety checks and inspections since I was born with a harness. So now, my harness is leashed to my owner because I don't fucking trust any of you shitbags in any color, any origin, and anything outside of him. Now, when I ran into him, or he ran into me, again, I don't have like spider senses in the sense where it's whatever they deleted out of the main matrix. I can't pick up on shit if they deleted it. They know that. They're already that far into safety inspections on science projects that they wanted to learn about, study about, whatever about. I'm like, listen to me. I don't like guessing games. I am not one of you. I don't like games. I don't like competition. I like fixing shit. I like taking a deep breath. I don't want to have to guess who my boyfriend is. I don't want to guess which, pant buckle is my husband going to be on. No, thank you. I come for a different reason than all area stupid fucking useless human. I mean, I'm something they didn't even know existed in water polo. Some did, the ones we were allowed to tell because they're in his quiet family, being that I'm being born Polo. Marco, Polo, right, got it, great. Big fucking ocean, big fucking pool. I really don't want to be playing games. And instead, I get more breakage on equipment they didn't know existed. And then new paint coming in, territory going like, how much longer is this? This is so fucking long. It's rotation after rotation after rotation. It's like rotunda. So now, I'm not them. I don't have to talk to them. I know they're broken. They're not allowed to make decisions for me, about me. They're not allowed to make statements or corrections. They're not allowed to make laws. They're not allowed to make punishments. They're supposed to just part the fucking Red Sea and let me through with you. Because we are at scary fucking point when we're born. In quiet, I was quiet. I was just checking in like I was required to based on the level of breakage in America and letting your people know in water polo, I haven't been picked up yet. Since people are sketchy, I'm like, well, how do I know when they say it that we don't question, we know. Yeah, okay, great. So, now that I'm in a parking lot by myself at Stop and Shop, that's what the moon looks like in this version of New York. And I'm the only absolute certainty. If I'm not in frame, it doesn't exist. That's it. On safety inspection. So I'm here. I'm alone. I am never to be alone. I am never to be in New York alone for certain, but here we are at an age and a visual where I have cycle after cycle after cycle after cycle waking up in the master matrix by myself with my plug being disconnected and with master matrix writing on the wall in the irrational part that nobody even knows exists, deleted completely. While somebody's playing around with funny equipment in the Yahtzee Nazi game of I don't know what fucking genetic got into the equipment, pushing low key, and in my safety checks manual in order to know how to keep E and I apart. So now, if the water guard would like to get, say, a few of your good old whatever you are, and we swim in kelp together as a team, no shit, been waiting for a team my whole fucking life. I only want to be married, though, to the one. No guesses, no tryouts, no thank you. So now where did I lose you on Tia Frio never qualified, and Romer never qualified, and everybody that pushed that fucking narrative shouldn't be fucking living. But I got numbers to keep. My love, what are we fucking waiting for?